Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Mic check. You guys all hear me fine? All right, all right. All right, just give it 30 seconds. Let some people hop on and we'll get started, guys. Good morning, Rico. What's going on, bro? Okay, okay. Let's get into it. So, let's go over what we ended up doing yesterday, okay? The biggest trades, we had two massive levels, right? We had a big level of 566 and we also had a big level at 568.50. We knew once we held 568.50, it was going to rocket to 571 empty pocket, okay? This is what we knew, right? Once we were bullish above 568.50, it's an empty pocket to 571. That's exactly what ended up happening. I ended up catching two put plays towards the middle of the day. This candle here, and I was in on this red candle right as soon as it opened around the 568.50. I held through the pain, ended up swinging these, which I'm gonna be selling at market open. I just ended up making a level in the key pre-market this morning. So this is the 30-minute time frame right now. You see this 2 hour candles, right? These four 30-minute candles. I ended up putting a line, right? A key level right at the support, right at literally where these candles closed at. Ended up being 566.65, right? Previous support. We broke down, we came back up, and we're currently rejecting off of this level at the moment. Remember, previous resistance, right? Our previous support into our resistance level. So what are we looking at? Okay, how do we know if we're going to flip extremely bearish? How are we going to know if we flip extremely bearish? So SPY has a gap from last Friday, 1 week ago, right? Let's go back. Okay, this is where Friday ended up closing, right? At pretty much at 564. We ended up gapping up on Monday morning, and we know that SPY fills its gaps. Okay, 564. Friday's previous closing price. We gapped up. Now we're coming back down to this level. We know a partial gap close reversal could happen at any time. And I'm going to show you right now where the partial gap close reversals could happen. So Friday is this candle right here. Okay. So we have a gap to fill at 564. Where could a partial happen? A partial could happen anytime we enter the gap candle. Okay, so we can literally just test the high of day of this candle and have a partial gap close reversal, right? This gap is still going to be left on our charts, but any stock could start reversing immediately. A big, especially on the daily time frame, a big reversal could happen at this level for even a partial gap close reversal. So what I end up doing, so if we have a gap on the chart, I end up marking out the highs and the lows in the previous closing price on the gap candle, right? So 564, even though this gap has not filled, we're starting to have a bullish bounce at the moment, but we are at a resistance level. So what do we want to do? What are we looking for to know if we're going to end up filling this gap, or are we going to end up having a partial and continue running? So again, 566.65 was the previous support of yesterday. We came up now and we are currently rejecting this level. When to get extremely bearish, when to get extremely bullish. Once we hold, I'm not buying calls until 566.65. Yesterday's support. Why? Because we know if we hold this as support, it's going to be a two-point move upwards. And it showed us this multiple times. Okay? So I'm avoiding calls. The structure is bearish at the moment until we end up holding and seeing a 30-minute bullish candle, a 5 or 1 minute confirmation of a support of the previous support of yesterday, and we capture it again, we know we have more upside. Until then, I'm looking for puts, okay? Best level I'm looking for puts, it's going to be at the support of yesterday, 566.65. We have another key level, right at 566.15. Right underneath that, 565. If we see weakness at 565 one more time, a nice bearish 30-minute candle, and we're approaching this level, we get a little bounce, and then we break, and then we retest, I'm buying 565 puts, and I'm going to be bringing these to the gap. Okay? That's like the best level I'm looking at. Again, I'm avoiding calls today until we are above 565. I don't care if this fills the gap and runs all the way up 2 to 3 points. Do not care. I'm going to miss out on it. I'm waiting for confirmation. Everything is bearish at the moment until we start flipping bullish, because we know once the gap gets filled on the daily time frame, we come down, we fill this gap, we're going to be making a higher high, right? That's what the daily is telling us. If we get a gap close reversal and if we get a big bounce. But as of right now, if you look at this chart, yes, it looks like a bear flag. It's a bearish setup at the moment on SPY. That's why I'm more bearish than bullish. But we know when the VIX is elevated over $18 and $19, the volatility kicks in, right? We overshoot key levels, 1 point, 1.5 points, sometimes 2 points before seeing weakness or support. So also keep that in mind. You got to be keeping an eye on VIX, because yesterday, it was just blowing through levels, but look what ended up happening. It cannot hold, and we came right back down where I was anticipating SPY to go the whole day. So that's what I'm looking at right now. More bearish than bullish. I'm going to get bullish, be very bullish above 5. What was the level? 566.65. I'm going to be getting extremely bullish above this level. Until then, I'm looking for puts, right? You see weakness at 566. I'm going to hit 566 puts, hit them to 565, 565 to the gap, okay? If we end up losing this gap, it's going to be a big flush, right? We're potentially going to, well, all we do is pull up the daily time frame, and we could look right now, right? Where was the previous support on SPY? 561.18. If we lose the gap, we're going to the low 561s, right? And that's just what the daily is telling us. Previous resistance, previous support, okay? That's what this chart is telling me right now. So we're most likely going to get a bounce to the gap, but if this bearish structure, this bearish shape ends up coming to fruition and it ends up working out and their bulls do not step up, we're looking to crack and put a new low in, right? We're set up for a higher high, or we're gonna put in a lower low, right? From the way this chart setup is right now. And if you look at, let's go back to 2021, right? Does this not look like the chart I just showed you? Right? This looks like the chart I just showed you, right? History repeats itself. So keep that in mind. You want to be looking at the history of SPY. I don't care about these fair value gaps, these liquidity zones. Yo, it's all nonsense, man. Play the chart. Play the best levels possible. I'm telling you, just look at, especially for long-term, like swing trading and whatnot, right? Obviously, scalping, do your thing. If it works, you're profitable, good job. If you're not, I don't know anyone that just scalps for a living. So just remember that, right? You want to use the best setups, the best levels, and mix in with SPY's history, because SPY repeats itself. History repeats itself when it comes to the S&P 500. This looks exactly like 2021. Go back and look at the chart. Our daily time frame right now, if you go back to 2021, it's the same shape, right? Yes, this was a big move. Yes, this was a relief rally. This could potentially come all the way back up to the 589s, 590s level, maybe even overshoot it a bit before the next leg down. So don't be too bearish. Do not be too bullish. Market is open. Let's get it. So I'm waiting for 565, right? This is the level I'm looking at. If you swung puts with me, don't be greedy. And this is a perfect, you should be selling at market open your puts, okay? You can leave some runners to the gap at 564 and 566. As soon as we break above this level, I would stop shorting, because this is where I want calls. Until then, I'm looking for puts. bearish, avoid calls. It's avoid calls until yesterday's support. We take it over again. If not, this is dropping to the gap at 564. If we lose 564, we're going to drop all the way to 561.09, right? So 3-point drop down, and to the upside, we have a 3-point rip up potentially. And I'm selling my ended up getting April 1st 568 puts, and I'm going to be selling them right now because I don't care. You don't got to hold for hopes. Holding makes you broke. Yesterday was a wicked setup, right? SPY fills its gaps. That's the reason why I swung puts. We could not break out. When something cannot break out, what does it do? It breaks down, right? And as soon as I was able to identify this, I even alerted it to the Discord. This is going, I'm swinging puts, and my community knows I do not swing shit, right? Other than VIX puts. We are in, as of right now, partial gap close reversal range. Remember what we talked about earlier? A gap close reversal could happen at any point in the daily candle. If you're coming up to it, it can retest the lows. If you're coming down to it, it could retest the highs, not actually fill the gap before reversing, right? I'm not too confident of a gap close reversal. This is looking decently bearish, right? So let's just see how we react towards this gap. Again, we could have a gap close reversal right now. A partial gap close. So I don't know what's going to happen. So when I'm uncertain about something, I'm not taking a trade. That is it. Don't FOMO in. Don't chase puts. It's all about entry. If you don't have the entry, you don't have the entry. Right now, from my trading style, I don't have an entry for puts right now. I did at 568.50. That's why I swung. And remember, the VIX is volatile. The VIX is going to bring a shitload of volatility. You're going to see 1, 2, 3-point moves. You're going to see, and it's going to happen in 1 to 5 minutes. Very, very fast moves. That's why you need to be buying in, and you need to be waiting for confirmation. Stats. A lot of times you're going to be profitable chasing, but I'm telling you, one day you're gonna get clapped so freaking hard, you're never gonna chase again. Remember, patience pays. Patience pays. All right, the gap is about to fill. I would definitely start taking profits on puts. We can always re-enter a weakness of the gap, right? Once we start seeing some weakness at the gap, we can re-enter. If you took puts, if you swung puts, good way to get out. Partial gap close range. Chilling. I got nothing. I got nothing right now. If I see weakness at 565, I'm going to get 565 puts. That's it. I'm not looking for calls until we're above 566.65. We ended up bouncing from this level yesterday if you look left, right? Ideally, kind of want to short the shit out of this thing, but yesterday was a bad idea, right? So just chill. We bounced here yesterday. We put in a deeper low, but the candles, look where the 5-minute candles, both of them, right? We're above 565. Look at yesterday. We touched it, closed above 565. This is support. This is why I was telling everyone, as bearish as this is, to start letting your put positions go, especially if you swung trade with me, because bounces could happen at this level. Not enough weakness for me to catch puts yet, to be honest. I got 565 ready to go. I'm going to make this line my call level, right? I'm going to make it green. Above this level, I want calls. Until then, I do not want calls. No calls. Me personally, you guys can do what you want. I'm not a financial advisor. But this is going to be my confirmation, right? Yesterday support, we take it back support. We know we're going up 3 points. Until then, I'm going to short the rip. So to short the rip, we want a good level, right? Right now we're trading in an empty pocket. You don't want to be buying here. Sometimes I would scalp this with my moving averages, to be honest, but I really don't care to. I'm buying at 566 or 566.65. This zone right here, I really don't care about. Fuck, it looks like a good put on the 1 minute, to be honest. We do got news at 10 a.m. Okay, my key level just hit. I'm getting 566 puts ready to go. Same days. I'm going to scalp this move, 566 puts. I'm in right now, 566 puts, same days. I'm in at $2.13. My price target is going to be 565. Remember, this is not for small accounts, cash accounts. I'm just sniping this trade. I don't know where I'm going to take profit once, you know, we make a bag. I'm going to just sell when I'm happy. Ideally, this could come all the way back down to the gap and put a new low in. Light work, baby boy. First reaction of 566, look left, right? Look at yesterday. Look at the after hours pre-market support, 566. Look at yesterday. We had nice resistance here. We blew past it. We just retested it. First reaction of 566 should be bearish like it is at the moment. I don't know how big this move could be. This is set up right now where we could potentially put a new low of day in and fill this gap. But nothing's guaranteed, right? Have profit stops on, but again, 566, extremely a big level. This is an extreme big level right here. We get above it, we're gonna hit 566.65. This is our call zone. You see how the top of my channel is a call zone? Because if we hold this support, it's a wicked risk to reward for calls, right? 3-point empty pocket. Small accounts, cash accounts, first reaction of 566.65. This is where you can try puts, right? And this is a good short zone, amazing short zone right here. I just doubled down on my puts, $2.02. If I see support on 566, I'm going to exit and just wait for this level. Because if this wants to be bullish, it already did a partial gap close reversal. I could be bullish here, right? But my first reaction of 566, right? Look left if you want to know 566.15. Small accounts, cash accounts, your best level is 566.65. This is the best level to be trading at. Any other trade you see me hit is purely scalping, purely price action, right? Shit that I've seen before. But this is a big level, but this is the biggest level, right? And I'm looking for the gap to fill at 564 to the bearish side, to the bullish side. I really want support at 566.65 because I'm going to hit calls deep in the freaking money, baby. Find your entry on the 30-minute time frame, right? Find where you should be buying. Go to the micro time frames, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, like I'm currently doing right now. And again, I'm just selling this move, guys. I don't know if this wants to be bullish. It could be bullish, but I'm up a bag right now. Come on, give me a full dollar move. This has potential to go a new low of day, but watch. the previous, I just scaled out, the previous 5-minute candle, right? I have some runners for 565, new high of day amount. This move is bullish, right? On the 5-minute, it's technically bullish, but we know the VIX is elevated and shit like this could happen. Fake outs like this could happen, okay? So the move usually continues when you see a big bullish candle like this. Just like when you see a big bearish candle, the next 5-minute candle usually continues suit, and it works the same thing on the daily, on the 30-minute, on the 4-hour, right? So this is the level to be watching. So far we have a double rejection, okay? Price target 564 from here. Right now we have every reason to be in the puts. Yo, I'm almost at 40 cents on this trade. It was nice. Okay, this was my play. This is all I wanted, right? 60 cents on SPY. This could take out this candle. We have every reason to be in puts at our key level 566.15. And I have runners. I only have 20. I think I'm just gonna cut them, to be honest. There you go. Fuck me. Let's fucking go, baby. Light work. Okay, I'm all out. Don't care. Don't give two shits what happens. Little scalp, made daily goal. I'm happy. 565 is what we're waiting for. This is most likely, if this is an engulfing candle, guys, we're filling the gap at 564. Small accounts, cash accounts, if you missed your entry, it's cool. 565. Don't get bearish until we're under 565. Okay? Don't chase puts here and don't chase calls here. Calls, 566.65. Puts beneath a 565. There's zero trade in this zone right now. You're going to get clapped in either direction. This was just a scalp at 566 first reaction, right? Printed almost a full point return. And now we're just chilling. Who cares? And if you wanted to, the best risk to reward, okay, first of all, the highest level that we have right now is 566.65, right? First reaction, probably going to be a put, right? It's probably going to be a put because we have bearish structure right now. So if you do decide to take puts at this level, you need to be watching this like a hawk, right? You need to be watching this level because if we hold this support, it is going to boom, boom, 3 points. You get me? So this is what I'm doing right now. Nothing. I'm playing 565 and I'm playing 566.65. I just hit puts at 566. Don't care what happens. Made a little bit of money. I'm happy, thank God. Now I'm going to re-enter puts under 565. Yes, I'm going to buy puts at the low of day. Yes, I'm going to buy calls at a high of day. Why? Because they're empty pockets, 3 points in each direction. So with confirmation, we're going to get paid. Don't give a shit where liquidity is. Don't give a shit where fair value gap is. I'm trading SPY's history. That's it. Yo, those 566 puts went stupid. Geez, 60 cents on those already. All right, 565. So right now we're bearish. Small accounts and cash accounts, you should have 565 puts on your screen ready to go right now. If you wanted to trade confirmation and you wanted to trade the best level possible, not a financial advisor, but I would have 565 puts on my screen if I was a newer trader. Because I'm waiting for the break of 565 and the retest. I want weakness to show here. I'm not buying puts right now because technically we just bounced from 565. I'm waiting for a freaking knife down and the retest of 565 to get puts. Not a lot of people wait for confirmation. Fuck me, I shorted the high of day. Look left. This is where we were bouncing at all day yesterday. Big bounces, right? Not all day, but this is where we had the low of day from yesterday. So if we are currently rejecting yesterday's low, and this is why it's going to be such a good put. But until then, it's a support, right? This is a support. First 5 minutes was a support. We just tested this as a support. Once we lose 565, It means it's going to be a resistance. This is when we're going to get a dollar plus drop. You don't want to be buying calls because look at the pre-market at our key level 566.65. Look at trading hours at 566. Everything above us is a resistance. Do not buy calls. Do not buy calls until we're above this level. That's it. Thanks, Ozzy. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. All right. I'm just waiting, right? We know 565 is support until it's proven to be a resistance. As soon as it's proving into a resistance, I'm in. Again, don't give a shit about buying puts at the low of day. Don't give a shit about buying calls at the high of day. I'm playing confirmation, right? 3-point drops between each level. 3-point empty pockets. And I can't stress more how you need to wait for confirmation of 565. Even though this looks bearish right now, it did at one point. A lot of people are probably just buying puts, right? It's still a support until the 5-minute candle is proven to close beneath of it or above it. So I want this candle closed to be beneath a 565. That's going to show me on the 5-minute time frame that the previous support of yesterday is now a resistance, and we're going to get a drop to fill the gap at 564 from last Friday. But we are in a partial gap close reversal range. How do we know if it's going to reverse fully? 566.65. This is where you're buying calls. You're not buying calls in this range. This is an empty pocket zone. We want confirmation because look at my next level, 568.50. And then look at yesterday, 570, almost 571. Big moves. 2 minutes. I'm just chilling with puts on my screen, to be honest. I don't give a crap about calls. When you're buying options contracts, buy the strike that the stock is trading at. Whatever you see it currently trading at, that's the strike that you buy. You don't go out the money. And VIX is volatile, right? Yes, I want to market buy puts right now, but we're holding support, and I know the VIX. There's a lot of fake outs at these levels. We saw it happen yesterday. We were so close to filling the gap, and it immediately ran 5 points. And size and light. Remember, size and light when it comes to trading when the VIX is this heavy. Chill. Relax. We're going to get confirmation. It's still a support. 5-minute candle's not closed yet. Don't get trigger happy. We do have a sloping resistance technically from the pre-market, which we could hit. My eyes are trained for it. I don't do these anymore, but it's still very good to get in the habit, if your eyes are not trained, to be putting sloping support and sloping resistances in. If you look down beneath of us, we also have a sloping support level. Barely. Fuck, my coffee's already done. I need a new one. We have a 5-minute candle as a support. We're still holding yesterday's support. Still no reason for puts right now. Yes, puts are most likely going to work, potentially. But our 5-minute confirmation is showing 565 as a support, which means do not buy puts until we're under 565. That is going to be the sign of real weakness. Until then, this is bullish at the moment. Micro, bullish. Macro, obviously bearish. But for scalpers, wouldn't be buying puts with a 5-minute candle like this. You get a nice doji closing above our key level here, you just chill because it could go either way, right? We want confirmation of closing under 565. I want to be bullish. Let me make that clear to everyone. I want to be bullish. I just need certain things to happen to be bullish. I was bearish yesterday because I knew we would come back down to these levels. And now that we retested most of the things I wanted to retest it, now I'm able to be bullish if we start getting some bullish price action. Okay, guys, I'm getting puts right now. 565 puts, same days. I'm in. $2. Let's go, baby. We got the confirmation. I'm not selling to the gap 564. I don't know how I got that shitty of a fill. $2.15, but whatever. We making money. Not really. There you go. Now we're making money. All you do is wait for the confirmation under 565. Remember, it's very tricky here because a partial gap close reversal could happen, but my price target is going to be, first of all, this sloping support level, right? And my next stop is going to be this gap. Take profits, profit stops on. Everyone should be green right now. And we're going on track to fill the gap. But anything could happen with VIX volatility. This could look bearish as hell and immediately start reversing. Have profit stops on from now. Do not short this above 565.40. If we break 565.40, do not enter puts, okay? But right now we need bears to step up in here, fill this fucking gap once and for all, and then I'm able to get bullish. Let's fucking go. I swear to God, look at me. Look at this. Look at this. I'm scaling out. Don't care what happens to the gap. Just sold half. Watching very carefully. I want this gap to fill. I want the gap to fill. Let's fucking go. Wait for the confirmation. Okay, I'm all out. Don't give two shits what happens. That's it, baby. That's it, baby. Your mentor can't do that. Let's fucking go. Wait for the confirmation, baby. Beautiful. Beautiful. Picture perfect. About time. Doesn't happen often, guys. When something works out picture perfect. This is why I'm trying to talk you through the trade. Like, if we break 565.40, do stop shorting, right? That's your stop loss. And keep profit stops on because VIX is volatile. This gap is about to fill. Now, listen. Remember I told you 566.65? Fuck that. 566. Above 566, I'm going heavy in calls. We're going to rock it. Rock it above 566. You see the next strong 30-minute bullish confirmation candle. Puts are going to go, calls are going to go stupid. Calls are going to go dumb. Until then, avoid calls. Avoid calls, though. Wait for 566. Avoid calls. I'm telling you, avoid calls. This is starting to look like a partial gap close reversal. Anything could happen. We're either going to knife through this gap right now and the bear flag's going to work and we're going to 561, or we're going to get a nice strong bounce here and end the day nice and green. Good job, everyone. Good job. Good job. Thanks, stats. The gap is still yet to be filled. So I'm telling you, patience with calls above 566. Calls are going to go stupid. Until then, don't buy calls. You're going to get clapped. This is extremely bearish right now. But we are just prepared that we know a gap is about to fill on SPY and a gap close reversal could happen at this level. We are well aware that being in puts, right? This is why we're scaling out of our puts here. You can always re-enter at 564 weakness, right? 564 rejection. But as of right now, chill. No calls. No calls. Gap just filled. Friday's close. Look at Friday's chart. We gapped up. We came all the way back down to fill it. This could die right here, or this could be the next leg higher from just a basic TA standpoint. The VIX is volatile. Yesterday was shitty. It blew through multiple freaking levels, but the play ended up working within time. You need to know that. You need to have strict, what is it called? Risk management. Like strict, like, yo, I'm buying 10 contracts. I'm risking 250 on this trade. You don't just hold and add more and add more and add more and add. You don't do that shit. You try a trade at the best level with confirmation. You get stopped out. Now you wait for the next level. You try the next level, get stopped out. Now you're like, okay, this is bullish. I'm not touching nothing until we're beneath a 568.50. What happened one time, two times, and three times yesterday. Gap just filled. This is, if we do bounce, VIX is elevated, so we could dump a little bit more. The first candle to close above 564, and if it's green on the 30-minute time frame, SPY's going to rock it. Until then, puts. That's it. Look where we bought puts today. We shorted the high of the day today, and then we got confirmation underneath of 565 puts. Light work. That's it. We just wait for the confirmation. We're well prepared, knowing if we're in puts right now, this is if SPY does bounce and reverses, it's literally from right here, right? We are aware of this. This is why we're not in puts right now, right? If you're still holding puts, you're gambling, because this could be a potential gap close reversal from here, which will take us through 571. We're prepared that it could potentially happen. It is still bearish though, right? We just know when something is bearish coming to a massive level, we know to be out of puts and willing to re-enter with the confirmation. Good job, Rico. Good job, Nick. Good job, Uncle Luke. Good job, Jack. Stats. Good job, guys. And remember, when you're a day trader, man, it's a vicious cycle. It's not just straight ups and straight happiness, right? There's red days and there's days you get clapped, along with days that you make a shit ton of money and a big percentage of your account. It all comes down to your mind. The power of your mind is not a joke, right? There's gonna be days that you either listen to someone and you felt a certain type of way, you didn't like it, but you just listened to someone who's, for myself, like me, and you're over trading, and I see something and it doesn't end up working out, and you don't want to go from red to green. You don't want to go, you don't want to go from green to red on the day. You don't want to be blindly listening to people. You want the tools to make you profitable, right? And the biggest point is going to be your brain, because like today was picture perfect, easy. I hit 2 puts, high of the day, 565 rejection. Everything is worked out, right? It doesn't happen like this often. Holy fuck. Told you. This is why we don't buy calls. We just know a gap could happen here. Uh-oh. 10 o'clock news is going to give us a gap close reversal right now. Uh-oh. What is it going to do? Make or break it right here. Yo, strong buying above 566. This could be a partial gap close reversal. There's no confirmation yet. One minute candle flicked like this does not change the stock. This is still bearish. Still bearish until proven otherwise. Don't FOMO in and buy calls. There's zero confirmation for calls right now. We're still under the gap, right? Zero reason for calls. And look at the 30-minute chart. Just flipped up, filled the gap. This thing could go all the way to 561 right now. See, when I was a newbie trader and I saw a candle like this, I would be buying calls, market buying calls, right? Oh my God, it's so bullish, so bullish, so bullish. And then it would just slowly dump right after, right? And that's why I just, if I like something and I'm at my level, I just like waiting for a candle to close above or beneath that level for calls or for puts, right? It's just the confirmation. Because this first 5-minute candle closing above the gap, then you're like, okay, this has potential. Shawty has potential. Let's go, right? And then you just wait. That's when you gotta wait for the confirmation. Fuck bottom ticking, fuck top ticking. I do it a lot, to be honest, but as long as it's at a good level and you don't chase, you buy where you're supposed to buy, or you do not buy, because that's how you get clapped. When you're buying in an empty pocket, with the trend or without the trend, against the trend, you could still get clapped. Right now, zero reason for calls. Zero. Not one reason for calls right now. We're beneath the gap. Right? We broke and retested the gap. The news candle is the reason why we wicked. Confirmation is holding above 564. Especially, not even on the 1 minute time frame. I would wait for the 5 minute because we still have crazy bearish structure right now. But yo, even above 565 right now, I want calls. My levels keep moving up because we filled the gap. So if SPY flips bullish, it's going to be stupid. It's going to rip faces off. Until then, I'm bearish. Just patiently waiting, guys. No trade right now. This is bearish. Avoid calls at all cost. Confirmation is going to be a 30-minute candle. Bullish 30-minute candle confirmation for a partial gap close reversal. As of right now, it's starting to look like a gap and go to 561, in my opinion. What will change my mind? The first 5-minute candle to close above 564, which will make me confident, is a 30-minute green candle closing above 564. Friday's gap. Until then, don't touch calls. We hit 566 calls, 565, or sorry, we hit 566 puts and 565 puts. That's it. 2 and done. And guys, starting Monday, everything changes. All the Discord changes all start on Monday. So, pretty pumped. Live streams, morning and afternoon, every single day. No questions asked. Same time. I'm going to be making a video explaining everything. I'm going to be posting it into the Discord too with a time schedule. And I'm going to be way more active in the chat. I had to finish that course, man. That course, the amount of redos I had to do, oh my God, it's taken me like a month and a half. See, zero reason for calls, told you. I would have been buying calls as a new trader when I was a newbie. I was buying calls with that flick up, like, oh my God, this is bullish. No confirmation. We have a break and retest, dump. Okay, YouTube, I'm going to get going for the day. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money. If you'd like to be a part of the #1 options Discord, I'm dropping a link this weekend. Stay tuned for my video tomorrow, guys, and I'm going to give a promo code if you'd like to be a part of us. I also have a course that's about to get dropped. So if you guys have any questions or anything, write them in the comments on my next video. I will answer them, and I will see everyone in tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video is all education. And yeah, guys, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care, guys.